Coming up right now, there's a woman that says, forget that movie, 50 First Dates. She went on, no lie, 50,000 first dates. We'll tell you all about it.
Oh boy, also coming up, could shorter people hold the key to longevity? Huh? We've got the shocking results of a new study.
Oh, it makes me feel better
Yes.
about life, at least. A little bit later on, it's a proposal 30,000 feet in the air, the risk one pilot took in front of a cabin full of passengers.
That's guts right there.
I gotta tell you.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, okay, so we got a little inside baseball here, and these little things behind us, little pictures of what we're going to be talking about. I think you and I got it mixed up. I think the tall person thing was supposed to be behind you, and the airplane was supposed to be behind me.
Yes.
So if that confused you,
Hey.
join the club. I was I go, I don't know what this basketball guy has to do with the baseball thing.
We like to keep you guessing.
We do. That is our thing that we
Yeah.
do. We also like to make sure that you're informed and guessing. It's actually going to be our new moniker.
Yeah, today's trends, tomorrow's talk, informed guessing.
Which is really, if you think about it, everything politics and news is all
Very
about.
true.
Right?
Yes, we've got Matt Doolittle joining us today as
Oh,
well.
that's right. Yeah. Hey.
We're Valentine's Day, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw a house on the way in. Maybe Mitch, you saw it because you take the way in. Somebody still has their Christmas lights up.
Yes.
They still have their Christmas. I was
love
wondering.
Do not get why people go that
I
way.
didn't get that. I'm like, they're still on.
And on, too.
Yeah,
Right. That's
they were
like,
on
look,
and flashing.
We left them on.
I've got a neighbor that's got a bunch of those blow-up Christmas decorations still sitting in their driveway, and they're on at night. So I don't know if they've just decided they can't quite get them into the garage, or they don't know where to put them, but...
I have one neighbor that does the same thing with the blow-ups, but they also had this thing that they painted. It looks like it's a cartoon character from what movie I don't know. It makes no sense. It looks like a turtle with a star on top of it, along with some other kind of animal that they put out for Christmas. But they took everything else down except for the turtle thing, and I don't understand what it is. So much I want to go up to him. I go, why do you have this out right
Yes,
now?
I need to know.
Explain this to me.
Explain this.
And I should make mention. I sent a text. I said, hey. Last night I said, hey, I'm going to wear pink for Valentine's Day, which I know you hate. That's why I sent that to you.
Yes,
when
the
people call it
Valentine's. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's.
Valentine's.
I know it's one of her pet
Okay, so, we can appreciate each different generation, the boomers, the Gen Xers, the millennials, the Gen Zers. Boomer trends are making a comeback with millennials and Gen Z.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like what?
Crocheting.
Oh, like knitting?
Yeah, knitting, crocheting.
That's okay. So far, I'm on board. This is cool. All right.
Scrapbooking.
All right, that's interesting because they don't keep a lot. My understanding, like Gen Z doesn't keep a lot around, but scrapbooking would entail what you wanted to do.
Yeah, my question is what do you do with the scrapbooks after you're done with them? Do you ever go back and look at them? And here's the thing: I've been to those estate sales, and it's so depressing because it's like someone's entire life that they've saved in their garage for 40 years is just going to be gone or in the garbage within hours.
And so this would be a great for us all to talk about it. But is it better for you to throw it away or make your kids do it?
Bingo.
You know?
Good question. Okay, some other trends: bird watching.
I think that might be something different for her. But okay, I'll go on.
Baking bread.
My son, who is he turns 28 this year, I gave him a bread maker for.
Did you really?
When I moved away, that's one of the things he wanted. That, and he wanted my $300 mixer.
Oh, the KitchenAid mixer?
KitchenAid one,
of course, because those look great on the counter. But
I think that's what might be.
Great dust collector.
But he does make bread.
Yeah, letter writing.
I hope to see more letters. That's
letter
good
writing,
news.
yes. Jigsaw puzzles.
I love that.
I like those.
Yeah,
we started
jigsaw
that.
puzzles.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
glad
you?
you
We
did.
started
And
that,
keep
yeah.
that in your family.
Yeah.
There is something about, I'll go to a home that on their dining room table, because we never use our dining room table, that there'll be a puzzle. And it's a great way, Matt, when you have your kids where, like, if there's nothing going on, hey, let's go work on the puzzle.
Yeah.
And it's always there. You know what I'm saying? I always appreciate that.
I've got some friends that they've moved to Texas, but they just posted that their new thing now as a family is the jigsaw puzzle. So they're obsessed with it, which I think is great.
The whole family can get involved in it, even if they're very, very different.
Working
What else are they doing?
Gardening,
okay.
Reading and book clubs. That was the last one on the list. It looks like reading. Oh no, and antiquing.
Antique.
It's collecting more stuff.
Yeah,
It's just
I
weird
know,
because
right?
that's counter what we hear about Gen Z.
I would say, I mean, if it's antique, I'm ready to flip it.
No, not
Yeah,
even. We're not talking about girls dating older guys. I'm on board.
Oh, antiquing, I love it. Yes.
25.
Belichecking is the new name, Matt
Belichecking.
says.
You call it belly checking?
I need you to get on patent service and patent that right
Will you
now.
put your
there you go.
fiance in your Dunkin' commercial with
Oh,
you
that's-
and make her part of the
That was
thing?
weird,
That was
She's
so
24,
weird.
right?
Maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
24.
24.
Ish.
Ish.
Woo, she going for the money already.
Yeah,
I got you, girl.
Have
There
you
you
seen
go.
the rock she got from him?
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Looks like
Oh,
one of
he's
his
married?
Super Bowl rings.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you talking
wow.
about getting rid of stuff that, you
Yeah.
know, or you did? That's what Belichick's saying. I got all this money. I got all this time.
Yeah.
Here's a rock.
I'm gonna sideline the older girlfriend
bless 'em.
that I've been with for 10 years, and I'm going with a 24-year-old cheerleader.
And, hey, if you, Belichick, if you want to put up with that, God bless you.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Well, now he's going to hang out on a college campus because he's going to coach
Yeah.
North Carolina,
Yeah.
so she'll be right at home.
I love it all.
Oh, she'll
All right.
be replaced.
They'll always, she might remember their first date. Not sure if Belichick eventually will. But check this out. For one woman, every day is like that real life version of the movie 50 First Dates with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. The 34-year-old Niche Pilloway, she actually suffered a traumatic brain injury that resulted in amnesia. Her story is now the subject of a document series called 50,000 First Dates, a true story. Here's what happened. In 2022, she woke up from a nap and just experienced memory loss. She had no memory of a daughter or even a boyfriend. She goes to a neurologist, and the neurologist actually confirmed she suffered a concussion and could have experienced multiple seizures, what led to her memory loss. She ended up, believe it or not, falling in love with her boyfriend all over again as he helped care for her. She's sharing her journey on social media. Many have connected with her story as well. I think about this, how frustrating that would be. Because, you know, we kind of laugh at it like,
Yeah.
what's it like? There's a new movie coming out where a guy can't feel pain. It's
Yes, I just saw the
it was
promo
on the
for
Super
that.
Bowl.
Yes.
Nicotine. Thank you.
Something like that.
It's got what's his name, son in it.
Tom Hanks?
Not Tom
No.
Hanks. It's somebody will yell
The guy
it
from
out.
The Boys.
It's the guy from The Boys, Jack, and then his last name is famous.
Okay.
Jack Quaid. Thank you.
Jack Quaid.
Zach? Thank you, Zach.
Yes.
Jack Quaid, which first off is an awesome name.
Dennis Quaid's son,
Dennis
right?
Quaid, yeah.
And Meg Ryan's son.
And Ryan, or not Ryan, the other Quaid that's crazy.
Oh, Randy.
Randy
Randy
Quaid's
Quaid. Yeah.
nephew. Anyway, I love Jack Quaid. Anyway, we talked about you don't have pain. So we always talk about this, how like this would be fun or whatever, but how frustrating that would be not to remember things as bad as you do, especially somebody that at one time you apparently cared a lot about, but you have to go through that.
Because wouldn't you maybe like in a sort of sense of paranoia wonder like, is this person really being honest with me? Or are they, I mean, I think
No,
that
I
would be
wouldn't.
part of the memory lapse frustration is that, do you trust them? Like what?
She now knows what it feels like to be a man every single day. And you forget a lot. And I always joked about this. My kid's mother, I don't know, say ex-wife, I guess. It
Yeah,
always sounds weird to say
ex-wife.
my
Ex-wife, yeah.
She can remember anything.
Of course.
And I don't, but except for this, like, hey, did you bring this without
Yeah.
that stuff? But anything I've ever done, she remembered
course.
it. And I'm like, I don't even remember that.
There is some
Forget like that.
genetic mutation in women that allow them to remember to the T what you might have said or done 20 years ago, and they'll bring it up
I
at a
bet you
certain
I
moment.
know why, and I'm sorry to interrupt
No,
you.
it's okay.
Why, as you said that, it's probably attached to emotion. Because there's an emotion
Yes.
attached where men we don't
right.
think
Are you
emotionally.
saying women are emotional?
I'm not saying
We
that.
are. There's a question.
We're not. We never say that to a woman. We never say, "Are you crazy?" And two words you never say to a woman:
Yeah.
"Calm down."
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Speaking of ex-wives, that's how I learned that sort of thing.
My wife got smart when we first got together and knew I can't remember anything and just was like, okay, I'm just going to take a picture of the stuff
Yes.
at the store
Smart.
and send it to you
There you
because
go.
you're not going to
Easy.
remember it.
All right, we joke about here on the show
Yes.
about how freakishly short I am, but I'm going to be much older than all of you. I'm going to live longer than
Sure.
all of you because your height could actually be the key to your longevity. New research out suggests that the taller you are, the shorter your lifespan could be. You being short could actually allow you to live longer. There's new research out that reveals that shorter, smaller bodies, like me and Hugo, our producer here, we have lower death rates. And we have fewer diet-related chronic diseases, differently when we're past middle age. Hugo's got a little while for that, but I'm already there. The lifespans of shorter people actually appear to be longer than our taller counterpoints. The science suggests that taller bodies need more energy to live out and can actually run out of juice a lot quicker. I kind of agree with that. It's sad. We talk about being short. We talk about like the dating things. I just say date movies would actually solve everything because they make everybody laugh and forget about that sort of thing, right, Maddie?
Yeah, I mean, they all, Paul, you fall down a lot harder when you hit,
Oh,
'cause
that's
you got
true.
You got a longer way to go,
True.
trust me.
That's
I know.
true. Date movies.
Does love hurt?
Date movies, Love Hurts is out in theaters now. It's got Who Quite Win. Everybody loves him, and these are great. Check out.
Oh, Candies.
Candy.
Universal gave us some
Candies.
candy.
It's a great movie.
Love
Check it out in
Your
the theaters
hat,
now.
Matt. Let me see your hat. Love hurts.
Love
Isn't that
hurts
cool?
hat.
All right, I love it.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to cashnetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
NetCredit is here to say yes, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Today is one of my favorite days of the year, kind of. It's Valentine's Day, right? And on this day of love, there are a few things you should also know to keep your relationship a little bit stronger. Joining us now to talk about National Marriage Week is trauma expert Dr. Janie Lacey. Hey there, Janie! So glad to have you on the show here. We're talking about, obviously, love, but we're also talking about marriage. And already they're saying that marriage rates are declining. Millennials are actually waiting a little bit longer to actually tie the knot. What do you think's driving this trend?
Well, we do see that millennials are waiting, Mitch. There's no doubt about that. But, there's a lot of things that we'll see that are contributing to those trends. But if I had to pick the top ones, I would say the major one is there's a shift in just people really focusing on their career.
Okay.
They're focusing on their goals and their career. And then we're also seeing, a lot of them may either be carrying a lot of debt. So before they get into marital relationships, they want to take care of their debt, whether it's student loan debt, whether it's consumer debt. And then overall, we're just seeing this shift in just what we would just say are the social norms. But I would say that the economic uncertainty plays a major role. Many millennials, they want to just prioritize their
Yeah.
financial stability before for marriage. And we also know, Mitch, there's lots of dating apps that change the views as well on what we would have considered maybe in your and I a generation of traditional relationship timelines.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you think, though, waiting to actually get married will lead to a stronger relationship?
I think it depends. What we've seen is there's a shift from just the traditional timeline more for allowing people to have space for whether it's personal growth or what I previously mentioned as far as financial stability. So we're seeing that strength of the relationship. More people are looking for, and this is a good thing for our perspective, emotional maturity and communication skills. So
Okay.
when we're looking at these key factors, we do see a shift where people are more emotionally intelligent, probably not necessarily that we weren't, but there's just a different timeline that people are looking for, people that know how to deal with conflict, do they have
That's
shared
a good point.
values? All those types of things that are now more of a focus than ever. So when people are waiting to get married and they're developing themselves from a personal development standpoint, it can make for a stronger marriage, which would also make for a stronger family from my perspective.
Yeah, it seems like there was always this concept like, well, we'll get married and we'll work it out then, but now it looks like they're working it out before they get married. And there's this new concept out, it's called living apart together. It's really gaining more popularity among celebrities, a lot of couples as well. Do you believe that that arrangement can actually be a little risky for long-term relationships?
From our perspective, we do believe that the living apart together, so to speak, is does present some challenges, right?
Yeah.
So some of the challenges we see, because we do have couples that we work with at Life Counseling Solutions that have this arrangement. So some of the things that we'll see is they have, well, one, a limited opportunity to develop that daily intimacy and trust by just living together and interacting on a daily basis. So you're limiting that. And then you're having these separate lives versus a shared lifestyle. So when you have these types of things, then it's easier to not necessarily focus on the relationship and you're only coming together unless you're really intentional. And that would have to be part of that relationship style. But then we're also seeing this reduced ability to just navigate the everyday challenges. As I previously mentioned, more of a focus on the growth mindset. But how are we going to do that if you're not living together, right? Because we know that's where some of the challenges
Yeah.
presents themselves where you work through them. And it also makes it harder to even like share financial goals. You have separate living corners, you have separate bills. So the impact on financial stability can be higher, as well as just the emotional bonding and the attachment security may not be as strong as if you were having a shared lifestyle together, Mitch.
All right, really quick, how important is it? Because it seems a little biblical to say, but prioritizing a spouse over your kids. Lots of parents struggle with this balance, though. Is it practical to do it this day and age?
Absolutely. When we think about what we download in our children, we are letting them see, not teaching them and telling them, but we're letting them see what relationships look like. We're letting them see how you navigate these spaces. And then if we really can, if we do it in a way that is good enough, is what we'll say. No one's perfect, but that also gives them a role model that
Yeah.
relationships can be positive and that it could be something that they can strive for, because we actually get more of the other where people say, I don't want my parents' marriages. I don't want what I saw. And they also can contribute to them staying single a lot longer.
Great news for National Marriage Week. Janie, thank you so much. More information, if you'd like it, for National Marriage Week, you can head to our website at dailyflashshow.com.
There are risky proposals on the ground, and then there are risky proposals 30,000 feet into the air. Captain recently declared his love for his girlfriend over the intercom of a plane he was flying. The pilot then asked her to stand and explain that he could see her through the airplane's camera system. He then appeared from the cockpit and walked down the aisle. When the pilot arrived at his girlfriend's seat, he got down on one knee and proposed. Thankfully, she said yes.
Yeah.
The pilot then returned back to the cockpit, and she settled into her seat with a bag of peanuts and a new engagement ring.
Bag of peanuts and a
New
ring.
engagement
Almost like a
ring.
Cracker Jack.
Yeah,
I would have given
right?
her a Cracker Jack because you get both. Then almost.
Exactly. I mean, I gotta say, like, this is a risky move on his part
Man, no
because
kidding.
he's, in front of a cabin full of people. She could have easily said, "Yeah, I'm not quite ready for this."
She had to, and then like if he said no, he'd go back. The whole time I'd be thinking, man, this guy's really upset. I
Yeah.
mean, like, what if he's
Yes.
like crazy or whatever?
Right. What if he's like spurned in the moment? Like,
Yeah.
am I gonna land safely after this?
And I don't, right, you always have a co-pilot by all
Yes.
means, but to see a pilot come out of the cockpit, I'm like, I still get a little worried. It's like, you should be up there,
You
but
should be flying
those
the plane.
computers
Yeah.
riding it. Oh. All right.
I can appreciate the romantic moment, but I'd prefer you just to do your job and maybe do the proposal on the
Maybe
ground.
do it on the ground.
Yeah.
And you could just as easily have done it while you're on the tarmac, right? Or
Yeah.
at least when you landed. Maybe it might have been more difficult because he'd have to navigate its way
And for
through.
her, she's feeling the pressure in front of a cabin full of people to say yes. You never know. Would she have said no if she really wasn't feeling it? Or did she just say yes just to save the moment?
Yeah, it would have been, yeah. And then if there was something mechanically wrong, it was a crazy one of those. All right, we're going to be talking to Dr. Frank. He and I were out at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. He's got some really cool stuff for your house. That's coming up right after this. You're watching Today's Trends, Tomorrow's Talk, right here on Daily Flash.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green-lipped mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL. Just ask anybody who uses it. The results are undeniable.
I had a lot of joint pain, and that slowed me down.
I had considerable pain in my back.
Really felt the pain. I mean, in my ankles and in my heels.
I'm telling you about something that's gonna change your life. It has revived me.
This works.
I'm not a prisoner anymore to my pain.
As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL, and it changed my life. Today I'm here at my ranch exercising some of my polo ponies. So as you get older, it gets tougher. I was starting to suffer some of that business, and then I ran into somebody who said, look, you should try Omega XL. And look what it's done. I feel better than I've felt in the last 30 years. Omega XL gave me the ability to get back in the saddle. It works great. If you're in pain, I want you to know that there is real hope out there. I'm living proof. See the difference it can make in your life, just like it did in mine.
Buy one bottle of Omega XL and get one free. Plus, you'll also receive a bottle of Vitamin XL D3 absolutely free. Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Act now.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English here. The Consumer Electronics Show was last month in Las Vegas. Dr. Frank and I had the opportunity to see some of the latest tech and even some hands-on experience. And our very own Dr. Frank Vigiano joins us right now with a big old box that we brought back from CES. What do you got for us today, Doc?
Oh, Mitch got all the latest and greatest, buddy. Absolutely.
All right.
So the first product.
Tell us about this, because this is neat. You can watch me anywhere in the world, is what you're saying with this thing, right?
That's correct. Yeah, it's called Stand By Me Go. It's by LG, and it's an innovative briefcase design that makes it perfect entertainment companion. This is a companion, Mitch, for road trips, tailgates, or other outdoor gatherings. So you take your entertainment on the go for an immersive experience anywhere. It's fully adjustable. It's a 27-inch touchscreen, and you can go upright for streaming. You rotate it for social media, or make it flat for gaming. It has a 3-hour battery, Mitch, for cordless freedom, which is amazing. It's also a cinematic type experience with stunning video and surround sound wherever you are, whatever you're streaming, gaming, or whatever you're doing. Go to LG.com, Mitch, for more info.
You know, that TV is awesome, but to have something that's actually great in the living room, you have all about all about this OLED. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, OLED is organic light emitting diode, again by LG, and they basically launched this 11 years ago. So we've got unrivaled brightness. This is an 83-inch G5 television. Ooh. So it's got brightness booster max technology. It has breathtaking picture quality and immersive cinematic viewing experience, and transports you right into the scene, Mitch. Their advanced AI processor is 4 times faster than its predecessor, And with unparalleled gaming included, at CES, LG continued its legacy of OLED technology, Mitch, winning several innovation awards for its W5 wallpaper TV and its Gram laptop. For more information, go to LG.com, Mitch.
Yeah, this thing is beautiful. That's inside the house, but taking it outside is a whole different thing. And you got a TV that's going to help us out.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. This is all outside. This is by Mirage Vision. By the way, they're from Las Vegas.
Oh.
And they're the first and only manufacturer, that focuses on outdoor video technology. So Mirage Vision invented the world's first consumer outdoor TV in 2004, Mitch. That's how far back they go. The first one was a 100-inch outdoor TV. And in 24, last year, they introduced the first 115-inch TV. This year, they're even going to get bigger. So perfect for patio, deck, backyard, pool. It's proprietary weatherization process, which means it can handle anything, weather, snow, rain, sleet. And there's different types of TVs, Mitch. There's three types. One's a shade, that's 500 nits, and nits is spelled N-I-T-S. It's a unit of brightness. Partial sun is 1,300 nits. Full sun is 2,800 nits. And they've got sizes from 22 inches to 220 inches. As I said, designed and made in Las Vegas. MirageVision.com for more info.
All right. And getting back inside the house, great new innovations that are actually easy to do, like DIY.
You got it, Mitch. Absolutely. Yeah. This is Mr. Cole. It's the world's first do-it-yourself ductless HVAC system, which means air conditioning and heating. So it's all do-it-yourself. It's pre-charged line sets that allow quick connections. Single zone or multi-zone units, are available for 2 to 5 different rooms. The air handler can be wall-mounted or ceiling-mounted with a new ceiling cassette. And Mitch, changing air filters is so easy. Easy access. Again, it's America's only true do-it-yourself HVAC system. Mitch, no tools. All you need is a wrench, believe it or not.
Wow.
And with no special tools or ductwork. And the 4th generation units have a smartphone app, voice controls, and Energy Star certification starting around $1,700. Check for rebates, Mitch. This is important because you can get some money back. MrCoolDIY.com. And also select stores nationwide.
Sounds cool. We were talking at the very beginning of the show about how the Gen Z is actually getting into gardening, and you have something that actually makes it easier no matter where you live, right?
Oh, absolutely, Miss. This is by Garden, spelled Gardyn, but it's a hydroponic indoor garden system. It's award-winning technology, and no green thumb is required. It uses cameras and sensors 24/7 to automatically adjust water and LED lights. Yeah, it's so cool, Mitch. Smart technology allows you to grow 30 plants in only 2 square feet, if you can imagine that. You choose from more than 100 non-GMO varieties, flowers, fruiting plants, greens, and herbs, Mitch. There's so much choice. And they just introduced a new studio model for small spaces, apartments, and condos. Multiple sensors are controlled and monitored, tracking the temperature, humidity, water, and growth rates of every single plant. And the Garden app keeps you connected on growth and offers suggestions. It supports a healthy lifestyle within such a small space. It's organic and preservative free. It's like having your own farmer's market, Mitch, all year round. And for more information, go to mygarden.com.
Dr. Frank, always good stuff. Always good to see you. I love you, buddy. And if you want to find out more information on these products and a whole lot more, you can check out what'snewdoc.com or just head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. There you'll find this interview and links as well. Stick around. We got more coming up right after this. You're watching Daily Flash.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
I know what to do. I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need.
NetCredit is here to say yes, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. This is Daily Flash. We thank you for joining us. We love having you here. We love having you here for this Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Always such a good time. We'll be checking in with Matt Doolittle a bit later on. Everybody has a favorite movie. Your favorite movie? Go. Don't think about it.
North by Northwest.
Ooh. That's what I love about you is that you love classic movies. Maddie?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Ooh,
One,
that's a
two,
good
or three?
one.
One.
Ooh, how about you?
Mine, come on. Weird Science is my favorite movie
So
of all
good.
time.
So good.
Well, our friends at the New York Post came up and said, all right, we need to find out what is the number one favorite movie of all time.
Ooh.
Okay, like getting everybody's thoughts together. I'm going to go through the first five, and this probably would have been good for a flash five, but we'll do it for right here.
Right.
Godfather came in at number 10. The Star Wars series, I would imagine the first set of Star Wars came in at number 9. Fast and Furious, which I am proud to say I've never seen one.
Never seen one.
A second of it.
Me neither.
Matter of fact, when the Super Bowl commercial came on with them too, I changed the channel.
First one's good.
The first one only.
First one makes sense.
Yeah, now they're up in outer space, right?
Yep.
This was kind of weird. The Home Alone series came in at number 7.
I love Home Alone.
I can dig it. And then
The
followed
first one.
by John Wick. The John Wick series.
Love the John Wick series.
Okay, here's the number 5. I want you, if I say your favorite song, just applaud out and say hell yeah or something. I don't know. Number 5 is Dirty Dancing.
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
The Lion King comes in at number 4. Titanic is number 3. Wizard of Oz, believe it or not, is number 2. Anybody want to take a guess at number 1?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, say you?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. You say Lord of the Rings. What do you say, Nikki? Maybe Harry Potter. Harry Potter, believe it or not, it's Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is a favorite movie. I think, and I got thinking about it. It's a generational movie, meaning that everybody had nostalgia in it. You had it from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and that sort of thing, and 80s. And to this day, though, we need to come out. There needs to be a part 2 and talk about how Jenny is just a piece of crap.
Yes.
The biggest villain in the history of cinema.
Right?
Yes.
He needs a DNA test.
Yeah.
She takes advantage of it.
Yes.
DNA test.
He's so
for
stupid.
fraud.
She'll take the kid that can see dead people.
Yeah. Have you watched that new one on Netflix called Here that's got Tom Hanks and Robin?
I heard it was horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It all takes place in one apartment complex.
One home.
Okay.
One home. It's interesting. The concept is interesting, but you're like, what? Okay, let's get to it.
And it's de-aging and stuff too.
Yeah, and it's over like
CG,
several
right?
generations of families that have lived in this one particular home. The concept is interesting.
And if you think about it, it's kind of like what we were just saying about Forrest Gump, about how generational, but it's, what do they call the movie? Something in a bottle. You film guys should know.
Oh, lightning in a
well,
bottle.
it's called a blank episode, whatever, like, because you never, bottle episode. Oh, it's called a bottle episode. Because it all takes place like in one area, like a bottle. You're stuck in a bottle.
Gotcha.
12 Angry Men.
So we want to get to Matt because he's talking about Love Hurts, and we've got some cool swag.
So Love Hurts, it's a great movie. It just came out with starring Academy Award winner Ki Huy Kwan. Plays a real estate agent who's actually a secret assassin.
Oh, really?
And it's got a great love story to it, a whole background thing, great action. Marshawn Lynch is amazing.
I love
in
Marshawn
it.
Lynch.
He's hilarious. I talked to the actors about it, and they were like, he's the best person to hang out with. There's a cool 78 Trans Am in it that Mitch and I perfectly love. So,
there's a little story behind that because Smokey and the Bandit, who also 78, it was directed by a stunt coordinator, and this movie is
done by a stunt coordinator who did like John Wick's and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah, it was really, really cool, really done very well.
Date movie?
Very good date movie. It's just fun. It's not too, it's got some good fight scenes, but it's not over the top.
And then our friends at Universal gave us some. You got some swag. What's that?
There's some
We
candy.
got some hearts.
I love her to get it.
Yeah, everybody needs these during Valentine's Day.
We're gonna do the bright side. That's coming up next, right here on Daily Flash.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL. Just ask anybody who uses it. The results are undeniable.
I had a lot of joint pain, and that slowed me down.
I had considerable pain in my back.
Really felt the pain. I mean, in my ankles and in my heels.
I'm telling you about something that's gonna change your life. It has revived me.
This works.
I'm not a prisoner anymore to my pain.
As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL, and it changed my life. Today I'm here at my ranch exercising some of my polo ponies. So as you get older, it gets tougher. I was starting to suffer some of that business, and then I ran into somebody who said, look, you should try Omega XL. And look what it's done. I feel better than I felt in the last 30 years. And Omega XL gave me the ability to get back in the saddle. It works great. If you're in pain, I want you to know that there is real hope out there. I'm living proof. See the difference it can make in your life, just like it did in mine.
Buy one bottle of Omega XL and get one free. Plus, you'll also receive a bottle of Vitamin XL D3 absolutely free. Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Act now.
Hey, what are some of the new cars for 2025 and beyond? Mike Caudill, he's actually showing us the latest, all from the giant Chicago Auto Show. What do you have, Mike?
Welcome to the 2025 Chicago Auto Show here at McCormick Place, where the cars are literally the stars, and these are some of the vehicles that are going to be arriving at dealerships near you in the very near future. What I love about this show is it's interactive. Consumers can come down, check out the latest in cars, and even take a ride along, checking out concepts and race cars, and even a Ford Bronco. So what's the news here at the show? Well, we're talking about hybrid vehicles like this one over my shoulder, the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. It gets 581 miles of range, making it a great vehicle for you in the market, sitting right around $35,000. And they dropped this vehicle here as well. This is the all-new Wilderness package between both vehicles. They get symmetrical all-wheel drive. Eyesight comes standard, and even with this one right here, 800 pounds you can store up on top. Now, electric vehicles are big here at the show as well. We're talking about the all-new 2025. This is the Jeep Wagoneer S limited edition. This one is all electric with 600 horsepower and a blistering 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. But it's all about luxury. This is the Wagoneer. On the inside, total refinement. Love the way they've designed this. It will be hitting dealerships later this year. All right, you guys ready for this? Ram showing off 2 heavy-duty trucks with a new engine package. It's a 6.7-liter turbo diesel Cummins motor, and the best part is the towing capacity north of 36,000 pounds. And it has 430 horsepower under the hood. This is the ultimate truck for the consumer in the market with a starting price right around $47,000. Now, Ram also getting into the world of electric vehicles with the new Ram Charger truck. What is most interesting about this is it actually has an extended range generator on board. So it has 150 miles of pure electricity, but just under 700 miles of total range due to that onboard generator. This thing is going to have a speed of 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Expect to see this hitting dealerships later this year. All right, Honda showing off 2 different vehicles here at the auto show. You've got the Honda Civic Hybrid just taking home the honors of car of the year. Here's what I love the most about this vehicle, right? We're talking about fuel efficiency at 50 miles per gallon, 200 horsepower, beautiful design, and a price of $28,000. We'll close it out with this Honda with the Zero SUV and Saloon, two futuristic vehicles for the brand. They're aiming at level 3 autonomy. Talking about the future, meaning you can take your hands off the wheel, foot off the brake and gas. The way they have designed these, beautiful, futuristic, and hoping to see these go into production next year. By the way, they'll be building them at the Ohio assembly plant. Guys, so many things happening here at the auto show in Chicago. For now, tossing it back to you.
If you're in the market for a reliable cell phone carrier, here's one to consider.
Families across the country are looking for ways to save on recurring expenses. And when it comes to phone and internet costs, there are a lot of benefits to switching carriers or bundling services with one provider. Whether you're looking to upgrade your devices, switch carriers, or bundle your services, Verizon has a ton of saving opportunities. For example, if you're still paying off your phone, you can upgrade without the heavy price tag. Verizon will give you up to $800 per line to help pay it off if you switch, making the transition seamless and affordable. If your phone is cracked or old, when you switch, they'll still take it in as a trade-in for a brand new model. No more expensive repair costs. Now, streaming entertainment costs can also start to add up. Well, Verizon's bundling Netflix and Max with some of their internet plans. That's a huge perk. When you're saving for your family's future, every dollar has to work hard for you. So don't miss out on these limited time offers. Visit Verizon.com/deals or your local Verizon store today to learn more and see how you can save.
The Valentine's Day thing, I always feel pressure. Do you ever feel pressure?
Always, yeah.
And I think when I got married, she's like, don't ever give me anything for Valentine's, which I think is nice.
Yeah.
Pick a day of the week, I think is my best.
A lot of people call it a certain holiday that they feel like they have to pay into.
All right, well, stick around. We have more Flash coming up.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
NetCredit is here to say yes, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Brightside. These are a few of the stories on the positive side of news, if not the bright side. Let's start off with an organization. It's called Living Paintings. This is cool. They bring stories to life for blind and visually impaired children. How they transform picture books into touchable experiences.
Cool.
Volunteers like 88-year-old Len Webb basically carve story elements, which then are reproduced to raised images. One boy, once isolated in school, he found his adapted book sparked new conversations and friendships. And thanks to this initiative, every kid can experience the magic of reading all through their fingertips. And I love this concept because it's an artist have an opportunity to add a little bit to another piece of art, if you feel. So basically, it's just raised art so they could feel, you know, as a visually impaired person could be able to get. So now they can just feel it along with reading it.
It's almost like a 3D pop-up.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
It. In a powerful act of transformation, a Ukrainian composer has repurposed an unexploded Russian missile into a unique musical instrument by replacing its explosive contents with cello strings. He's created a device that produces haunting, metallic, and somber sounds. He composed pieces specifically for this new instrument, viewing its performance as a ritual of purification. He hopes that in the future, the instrument will be displayed in a museum to symbolize Ukraine's resilience and strength.
It's really neat, you know, how you can find art just about anywhere, and how that, you know, obviously he's a really well-known composer in the Ukraine, but obviously it's like, how can I tell a story without having to tell a story, but then also telling a story?
Yeah.
And it does all that all in one, just taking a missile into an instrument.
With art and music combined.
Something positive out of a negative.
There you go.
I
like
guess, type of thing. Well, I'm not a dad yet, but when I do become one, hopefully, I want to be more like this guy. In Texas, a simple breakfast turned into an unforgettable moment for one man and his family when a complete stranger secretly picked up his $85 tab. The dad was deeply touched by the random act of kindness. The stranger had written on the receipt, "Thank you for being the dad they need you to be regardless of who's watching." Now the note went on, "We need more men like you. Thank you for letting us see your love." Well, it wasn't a matter of being able to afford the breakfast because the dad is an ER doctor. He said that he welled up with tears from the kind gesture, and he wanted to thank the person, but they had already left the restaurant. I love stories like that.
I love the fact, because this day and age, like everybody wants to show, look how good I am.
Yes.
You know, and like they
They
videotape
didn't TikTok it.
TikTok,
Yeah, those guys annoy me so much. So they're like, "Hey, we found a homeless guy. We're gonna take him to Disneyland."
I don't think you should get credit for that.
No, I think it's better that you don't get credit for that.
Yeah.
Like you do it anonymously. Like David Letterman has done so many
100%
good
good
things,
example.
but he doesn't want his name out there attached to those things because he just wants to do it in confidence.
I love that sort of thing. Do you have a bright side story? We'd love to hear from you. You can go to our website, click on the sound off, send it our way.
Dr. Stephanie Redmond is here with the latest on natural prescription-free supplements. Hi, Dr. Redmond.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. You know, GLP-1 as a hormone target has been a breakthrough in the weight loss industry. We have some incredible research about how this gut hormone is crucial in regulating body weight. So what does GLP-1 do? When you eat food, your intestinal cells make GLP-1 as a signal to our brain and body that we're full, to stop eating and to stop being hungry. Our body's ability to make GLP-1 can naturally decline as you get older or be impacted even at a young age by our environment full of processed foods and exposure to chemicals, leaving us feeling hungrier than we were designed to feel. My background is I'm a doctor of pharmacy, board certified in advanced diabetes management, and the founder of Dr. Stephanie Supplements. And I am so excited to share with you today my new product, GLP Wonder. Unlike a medication that gives your body high amounts of synthetic GLP-1 hormone, GLP Wonder is a natural formula with ingredients that are clinically proven to help your body make more of its own natural GLP-1. Take one simple little capsule every day to reduce cravings, suppress your appetite, and feel more full and satisfied when you do eat, so you find yourself eating less and find it easier to make healthier food choices. We are seeing GLP-1 as key in optimizing metabolic health, weight, blood sugar, heart health, brain health, and more. I designed GLP Wonder to be a natural and gentle way to boost GLP-1 without side effects. You can learn more or purchase GLP Wonder and my blood sugar support products at drstephanies.com. And today only, you can use promo code TV25 for 25% off site-wide. Again, that's TV25 at drstephanies.com. You can also find GLP Wonder in stores at Walmart, and all of my products are nationwide in Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens. You can look for them near the pharmacy.
Hey, there's a new survey out from Paralyzed Veterans of America, which reveals that people with mobility issues actually continue to face barriers right there in their local communities. So joining us now with more insight is Army veteran RJ Anderson. RJ?
The results from this new survey are actually pretty staggering. It said that 80% of veterans and individuals with disability have dealt with some type of barrier in the last 6 months. Among those polled, 1 of 4 have missed appointments or activities that they were supposed to be at due to inaccessibility. And also 1 of 3 have literally just left to never come back to these establishments due to that. So, I mean, you got people and businesses missing out here. So that literally says that ADA compliance is inconsistent in our country. In response to this survey, PVA has released their new campaign called Barriers Still Exist. They can visit pva.org/barriers still exists. There you can watch the PSA that we spoke about earlier, and you can also sign our petition. And you can also use hashtag accessibility for all on your social media so that you can get involved with the conversation.
Most Americans are unaware of the severity of heart disease. Here's what you need to know.
Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the U.S. Dr. Clyde Yancey, chief of cardiology at Northwestern Medicine's Bloom Cardiovascular Institute, has more on how to protect yourself.
Someone dies from heart disease every 34 seconds, yet more than half of adults don't know what it is. Heart disease describes a range of conditions, including coronary artery disease, irregular heartbeats, heart defects, and diseases of the heart muscle.
Black Americans are at even higher risk and are often underdiagnosed, undertreated, and underrepresented in clinical trials, contributing to higher rates of heart disease.
Black Americans are 30% more likely to die from heart disease, and Black women face the highest rates of hypertension, stroke, heart failure, and coronary artery disease. Approximately 60 million women in the United States live with some form of heart disease. The good news, effective treatments exist for risk factors like diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol.
For more, visit nm.org/heart.
What I love about this service that Henry Meds provides is hope. I love Henry Meds for a couple of reasons. Very, very convenient for our patients. It's simple. You get online, you're gonna fill out a health questionnaire that we're gonna ask you a bunch of questions about your health history. We wanna know some really specific things. People are having great success.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine? How much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call Car Shield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-828-7166.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
I know what to do. I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need.
What I love about this service that Henry Meds provides is hope. I love Henry Meds for a couple of reasons. Very, very convenient for our patients. It's simple. You get online, you're gonna fill out a health questionnaire that we're gonna ask you a bunch of questions about your health history. We wanna know some really specific things. People are having great success.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine? How much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call Car Shield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-828-7166.
NetCredit is here to say yes, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Before we head into the weekend, we always give you our picks for streaming for the weekend. This is where we tell you something you got to check out on your streaming services. Let's start off with AJ.
Okay, my pick for the weekend, I just binge watched it. It's the true crime drama Apple Cider Vinegar on Netflix.
I have recently been diagnosed with a third cancer.
It has 90,000 likes. She does not have spleen cancer.
Always know what you're putting in your body. Now, it's a simple question. Do you have cancer?
It's a combination of when Instagram first came out, food porn, cancer research, and fraud, all wrapped up in one big true crime story. Yes, and it's phenomenal. I binge watched all 8 episodes.
Cool. Check it out.
It's very involved. I've heard good things though. Well, my pick this week is on Amazon Prime, and it's Invincible Season 3.
Sir, we have intense geological events all over the country.
Are you working with D.A. Sinclair? He turned people into monsters.
You don't waste people like that. You reform them. You killed Angstrom Levy. Should I lock you up too?
You know that was different.
Mark, we can be the good guys, or we can be the guys that save the world. We can't be both.
So Invincible is based on Robert Kirkman's award-winning comic series following a 19-year-old Mark Grayson as he inherits his father's superhero powers on Amazon Prime. Now, it's very adult. It's a cartoon, but don't let the kids watch it.
Okay.
It's very violent, very language-driven, but it's a lot of fun.
Hence why it's probably on a streaming service.
Yes.
That makes sense. All right. Get ready to explore the birth of the American West and fight for control of the region. It's American Primeval.
What do you think's out there?
Your father.
While this is entirely fictionized and made up, it does give you an idea of what it was like in the Wild West in the infancy of America 40 years before Utah became a state. And it's well shot. And Peter Berg directs it. And as always, he has a very small role in it as his movies, but it's pretty well done.
I think it's interesting that the Western is making a comeback.
I think you're right,
in all these things, because it kind of went away, and we got away from horses and cowboys, and now it seems like every show is that.
And like your Yellowstone kind of led into 1920. And
Landman, even in its own new kind of phase.
Which, if you think about it, the world and the internet and AI and everything, it's all Wild Wild West. So maybe there's a cool correlation. That does it for us. Thank you for spending time with us. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you. Have a great weekend.